Okay, we're going to be making a Ranaki breakfast bagel. This is very high in protein and it will fill you up for a good day's work. I did work it out protein wise, you've got about 85 grams of protein in this, which is really good for one meal. So all we need is what we got here. Nearly everything's available fresh from the farm. So we've got lovely white cabbage, just a tiny bit, you don't want much. Beautiful fresh leeks, everything chopped up as small as you can get it, really thin, because it's only going to cook in an egg. And some lovely fresh carrot. One of the Ranaki extra large eggs, a little bit of sliced cheddar, and one slice of bacon that's been crispy cooked and then just cut into tiny slithers. So we'll start by seasoning the egg. Good pinch of sea salt and a really good whack black pepper. That's that. Now we're going to put in our bits. There we go, all the veggies. And then we'll just give this a beat until it's all broken up and there's no sort of snotty bits floating around in that. Get them back in now, clumsy. So I'll do that for a minute and then we'll move over to the pan. Okay, to cook it, as you can see, I've beaten it all up. A little bit of extra virgin rapeseed oil, not much. And then we're going to try and put it into a bowl. Now all the time we cook it, we're trying to get it to that size. You'll see what I mean when I do it. So, you want your pan on the lowest heat possible. And just drop all your lovely veggies like that and pat them out a bit. Now as you can see, it's all going. So all we do is we keep just pulling it up and in. And as it will cook, it will come right. There we go. So this is going to go on for about a minute or so. So I'll stop and we'll come back to it. Okay, it's been about 30 seconds, I suppose. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of getting underneath it and just pulling it up and over. All the time, trying to create that nice small circle. I know it looks like a lot of faff, but honestly the results are really good. And it's a really good healthy breakfast as well. So we'll continue with that. And what we can do is just slap a lid on it and that will help it cook quicker as well. Okay, that's been about a minute and a half now. So I'm just going to get underneath it and just quickly give it some of that. Now, this is where the shaping really gets going. Really pull it all in. Okay, I'm going to pop a lid on. And we'll just let that cook for about a minute or so. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes now. As you can see, I've shaped it nicely. So we're just going to hoik it over. There we go. Now, we're going to put in a tiny bit of ranch dressing. And a wee bit of, I'm using sriracha. You can use any sweet-based chili sauce. If you really don't do chili, go in with a bit of ketchup or something like that. Just a tiny bit each side, and this breaks up the heaviness of the dish. So onto that, we then put a couple of slices of very thin cheddar cheese. There we go. And then we put on one side of our bagel. There we go, it sits just on there. Underneath, pick it up, flop it over. We're just going to put the lid on it and cook it for about 30-40 seconds. Okay, so again on this side, do a little squirt of the ranch dressing, wee squirt of the chili, give it a smooch about. Again with the cheddar. or the bits that the dog hasn't nicked. There we go. You don't want too much. The other half of the bagel underneath, flip her over, lid back on, give it about another 30-40 seconds. And there we have it, all finished and done. I'm just going to take this over to the board. I'll cut it in half, get a wee photograph so you can see what it looks like finished. But that's it. As I say, this is going to fill you up so much really that me and the wife have one between us. I cut it in half, we have half each. But there again, we're not going out doing a full day's work. If you are doing a manual job, this is the man for you. Give it a go.